Hey guys, what's up? Today I got an RU match. This one is against a guy from Smogon by the name of Saul for the win. Yeah, so seeing from his team preview, everything on his team is weak to Primeape, and I bought the perfect Primeape for this team. I wanted to lead with it just to show that he's not Life Orb, so that he would be confident that it's choiced. Um, but I didn't want to stay in because I didn't want it getting any damage because again, like I said, he's got super effective moves on his entire team, and he's faster than most of them. Um, so I really wanted to save him. So I'm going to go to my Totera because I know he can take the Stone Edge or the Head Smash as well as the Earthquake. And he can set up Stealth Rocks and hit back with a super effective Earthquake. Plus, I didn't want him using a Metal Burst on my Primeape's close combat or something like that. So that's why I really wanted to switch out. So Torterra comes in, he gets up rocks, whatever, that's fine. I get up rocks, he goes for Hit Smash, that really does nothing. I go for Earthquake. He dies because his sturdy is broken from his own, from U-turn as well, but also from his recoil. I was glad he didn't have lefties though, so which means he probably had a Kustaff and was going to use like Endeavor or something like that. But yeah, so his Drift Bloom is going to come in, which is a ghost type in RU I always forget about. Um, yeah, he's like Flying Gem physical, and I was not expecting that. I was thinking, Shadow Ball, or maybe he'll start setting up. I'm like, maybe he'll sub, but I don't think so. But yeah, that Acrobatics does a lot. I don't really have a flying resist on this team. Um, so that's kind of bad. So I'm going to go on my Blastoise though, because I know he can take it. He's max HP and he's got base 100 defense, and that's really good. He's going to go for Destiny Bond. Thankfully, I went for Dragon Tail. I mean, I was going to go for the Scald. I don't even know if it would have killed, because Drift Bloom's base HP is pretty huge. It's like 110 or 140 or something like that. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so he gets dragged out into his Miltank. I figured now is a perfect opportunity for me to go for the Rapid Spin because he wouldn't be switching back to his Drift Blim because he could barely do anything to me as is. And he was trying to Destiny Bond me. So yeah, I'm gonna Rapid Spin and that's great. He's gonna heal Bell the Toxic, but I don't really care about that. So rocks are down, so now I'm good to go on one of my other Pokemon. I'm going to go to Alakazam, kind of expecting the Seismic Toss, but I knew I could live any hit, and even if he gets paralyzed on the Body Slam, if he does have it, it doesn't matter because I have Magic Guard. So I'm going to go for the Focus Blast. I was kind of hoping he'd go for Milk Drink or something. I don't know. That would have been nice because I could have Encored into him. Encored him into it, and then taunted him, and then he would have been screwed. But I'm going to get a Focus Blast off. It's going to do a lot, not anywhere close to a KO, but it did enough to where my Primeape can come in and go for the close combat. Judging by the fact that he switches out here, he either thinks I'm Scarfed or he's not Mac. Well, I mean, he could think I'm Scarfed. That's probably the main reason because, again, like I said, I showed him that I'm not Life Orb. But I'm actually Expert Belt. This is my Expert Belt one. I'm glad. If I had brought in any other Primeape, I'd be kind of screwed. I'd have to actually predict. But this one works so well. So now all he has to have is his Miltank, which is potentially faster because it is 100 base speed. And this, because I'm like, he brought it in directly. Maybe he has a Scarf. So I'm going to go to Blastoise, and he's got a Life Orb, so that's fine. But Blastoise is pretty good to take any hit this thing wants to deal because it is a special wall. I was just hoping he wouldn't have like sub-toxic roost and air slash for some reason. But yeah, so that's not the case. He's gonna Will-O-Wisp me. I don't really know why, but okay. I'm gonna toxic him, predicting him to kind of switch into something else, or stay in. Whatever, that's fine. I don't mind. Maybe if he roosted, that would be. But Scald probably would have just killed. But then again, you could have switched out and whatever. But yeah, he's gonna go for Hidden Power. It's not even grass or electric, but it's a ground for Heatran, he says. So I guess he uses it in OU and stuff. But that's fine. He's gonna get dragged into his Crocodile, and I don't know why, but I didn't even think this thing would be Scarfed. Um, Not that I would have sped it here, and not that it's not obvious because he doesn't have Life Orb, and that's the only other item these things usually carry. But I don't really know why. But you know what? This hit's not even gonna come close to killing. It really needs Life Orb's power, and it's fast enough. It's kind of like Yon Mega too, if you were to Scarf Yon Mega, but Very few people do that. It's just its attack is not good enough, even with Moxie, to really. I mean, again, it can like half kill everything, but can't really kill anything. Another thing too is at +1 he can't kill my Torterra from the HP he's at 2. But then again, I would have been fighting with Synthesis, and he could have got defense drops and crits, and that's stupid. So I go to my Yanmega, and I'm gonna take the hit. It's only like 77% max, even at +1, even like max attack and all that stuff. So Yanmega's got this. Now I'm gonna go. Sometimes Specs Lens, just lock myself into Bug Buzz. He's gonna go for the Cotton Guard on his Altaria. Said he wasn't expecting to do that much. But if he knew it would, he said he would use something else. But I'm like, I can still kill you with my Primeape. And even if this Miltank is max speed, which it might be because it does have Body Slam and Rock Slide, I still have something else that's faster and would just absolutely dominate anyway. So that's the game, and I hope you guys enjoyed because honestly, that was a fun match. But if you notice, his entire team was either weak to fighting or ice. Well, Moltres wasn't, but yeah, and a lot of fighting types, especially in RU. I mean, Metacham, Glade, Hitmonchan, basically everything except Hitmonlee that really jumps out. Well, and like Sock and Throw and stuff. But a lot of the common fighting types have Ice Punch, so he should probably rethink his team if that is a team and not just a random pick out of a hat that I always do. Anyways, I'm done rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a fun match, and I will see you all tomorrow.